All right, I think we're just about ready to kick things off today. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of my random come hang out live streams where we just kind of sit and relax and talk about whatever comes to mind. This is episode number 43, and it is currently December 14th. It's a Tuesday today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a pretty good Tuesday. My Tuesday, honestly, is just kind of beginning because I totally woke up about a couple of hours ago and I did a video, got that done, and I still have a lot to do today, so my Tuesday is just getting started, but hopefully you guys are having a pretty good day today. Let's go over our streaming schedule really quick before we get any further into the stream. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. It's pretty good to, to test or to check out the community tab every now and then. You might find something interesting on there every so often. So, in terms of today's stream, I pretty much have a casual stream going today, I guess. Tomorrow we will be doing the Lloyd tier list. For those of you guys wondering when we're going to be doing the next tier list, we're doing that tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. We're going to be ranking all of the Lloyd Garmadon minifigures that have existed throughout the entirety of Ninjago's run. So today we're just doing a casual stream, just a casual Tuesday stream where we just kind of hang out. If you want to ask some questions, feel free to do so. If you had a suggestion or a request for background photos, feel free to ask as well. We can totally switch it up every now and then. So yeah, just kind of a slow stream today, kind of casual. Let's just hang out and chat about whatever comes to mind. Island picks, sure. Let's see, where is the island? Where are you, island? There we go. There's the island tier list. I also do have a bottle of water. Get yourself something to drink. You know, it's always good to stay hydrated. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Once again, tomorrow, Lloyd tier list, and then on Friday, we are doing trivia, Ninjago trivia. Thoughts on the incoming season? I'm not sure when it's going to be coming out. I think that's the biggest concern right now is like the actual release date. Right now, I'm kind of theorizing that maybe it's going to be released in the summertime. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm curious to see what they're going to do after Seabound's conclusion, with Nia sacrificing herself and jumping into the ocean, never to be seen again, presumably. I'm looking forward to seeing how they handle that cliffhanger. We might need to wait a little bit longer, but hopefully we will get an answer soon enough. So that's basically how I feel about the new season. Hopefully we see it soon. When's the last time I've hated a season? There have certainly been things about like some of the Wild Brain era seasons that I don't particularly enjoy, but I wouldn't say I hate any of them. I'd say the last time I truly hated something Ninjago related was maybe during Day of the Departed, because I just did not like that special. Every single season that has come out afterwards, I've had some type of, connection with. I could find some type of redeeming quality in it, so I don't really think I've hated a season or anything Ninjago related since Day of the Departed. Johnny and Nakia Rhymes, thank you for the subscription. Will I be doing a Sensei Wu tier list? I totally could, if you guys would like to see more tier lists. After we do Lloyd's this week and then Nia's next week, we could totally do more tier lists in the future, if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing. After we get through the Ninja, of course. Yeah, I could totally do some more. Might be a little shorter of a tier list, because for Master Wu, for example, he doesn't have that many figures compared to the Ninja. Still a solid amount, still enough to the point where we can do a tier list, but yeah, it's not going to be as long as some of the Ninja tier lists have been, because some of those videos, once I edit them, get up to like 20 something minutes. So it's been kind of a long endeavor. Dareth tier list. Doesn't he only have like 3 figures? That'd be a pretty straightforward tier list. Maybe I'd lump him together with some other side characters, do like a side character tier list. I don't know. Sad about Nia. Yeah, but she'll be back. She'll come back. No need to worry. She's definitely not going to be gone forever. Will I do a Pixel tier list? Same deal as the Dareth tier list. I don't think there's enough Pixel minifigures to warrant a full tier list. There's only like 3. So yeah, like a side character tier list. Like all the minifigures comprised of like the ninjas' allies and stuff like that. Maybe we could do something like that. A dragon tier list? That actually would be pretty cool. There's been a lot of dragons throughout the Ninjago series. That'd be awesome. Thoughts on don't spoil Spidey? Is that like referring to the fact that people should not spoil the new movie? Because I agree. I agree. Please don't spoil the new movie for anybody. That's not cool. I think they just had the premiere last night and I know nothing about it. Yeah, I agree. Probably shouldn't spoil it for folks that don't want it to be spoiled. Mech tier list? Yeah, that could work too. There's been a lot of mechs. Some are better than others, of course. Do I think Cole will have a major role in helping Jay with his grief in the next season? Can imagine him as being the one to keep the team together. Yeah, to an extent, Cole is kind of the glue that holds the ninja team together, you know? He's kind of like the heart of the team, I'd say. And I feel like, you know, with Cole being Jay's best friend, I imagine he will be there for Jay, kind of like a shoulder to cry on, you know, following Nia's departure. We kind of saw a hint towards that towards the end of Seabound with Cole and Jay having a moment with each other. I think we're going to see a lot of that next season for sure. Yeah, I think that's very likely. Do I reckon Camille will come back? Shamil, however you want to pronounce her name, Master of Form. I would like to see her back at some point. I think she has the potential to be like even a villain down the line. Will she return though? Probably not, but I am keeping my fingers crossed. She's a really cool elemental master with a really cool power, so hopefully we'll see her some more in the future. Ninjago Christmas special. I mean, I think that would work. We kind of got a Halloween special with Day of the Departed. But in terms of like a Christmas special, I mean, it's been said multiple times that Ninjago doesn't really celebrate Christmas necessarily, but that doesn't mean that we can't see like a holiday similar to Christmas, as was the case with Day of the Departed being similar to some real life holidays out there. Thoughts on Terraria? Have not heard of that in a very long time. I never really played it, but I used to have friends that would play it a lot back in the day. I have not thought of that game in a very, very long time. It's okay from what I saw. I never really played it myself, though, unfortunately. Let's see. Ready for the new Spider-Man movie? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score though. It's pretty high, so I think it's going to be a pretty decent movie. Again, my views and critics' views oftentimes don't line up, but sometimes they do. I'm just going to wait until I see it myself, and I'm going to, you know, watch it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on that Friday. I'm planning on uploading my review for it after I see it Thursday. I'll probably work on the review and upload it on Friday. Do I miss playing Minecraft? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I miss, you know, hopping on Minecraft with the boys, but, you know, I just have other stuff to do nowadays, and it doesn't really involve Minecraft. So, as fun as that was, you know, I don't really miss it all that much. Spoiler free or no? Oh, for the review? The review that I make will probably have spoilers in it, but I'll probably do like a spoiler free discussion, and then I'll switch over to the spoilers later on in the review just to, you know, let people still have a general sense of how I feel about the movie without, you know, spoiling the plot. So I'll probably do something like that for Spider-Man. Do I play Roblox? I do not play Roblox. Rotten Tomatoes is pretty unreliable. Yeah, it just kind of collects all the opinions of various critics, but a lot of the critics oftentimes have very inconsistent views from one movie to the next. So it is fun seeing what the scores are and whatnot, but I feel like the audience score is much more, you know, it's a better representation of how, you know, the general public feels about a movie, I think. Those are usually a little more accurate to an extent. Season 11 pictures? Sure. Where is season 11? There we go. Favorite Wild Brain season. Right now it's probably Master of the Mountain. Seabound got close, but didn't get, you know, nearly close enough to top Master of the Mountain for me. I think season 13, or, you know, Master of the Mountain is still my favorite Wild Brain era Ninjago season. So, just my opinion at the end of the day, obviously. What age would I recommend for Ninjago? I think Ninjago is good for like younger kids as well as adults. You know, it's kind of like a nice blend of the fandom. I guess it kind of captures the appeal of all age groups. I feel, because you have adults like me that like the show, and in the same fandom you have, like, you know, kids, which are primarily what Ninjago designers try to appeal to. Ninjago by default is a kid's property, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't mean adults can't watch it. There are several shows made for younger kids that adults absolutely love. Ninjago is no exception. Yeah, I'd say all ages. That's a good way of saying it. Have I done a figure collection video? I have before, but those videos are very outdated. I'm planning on doing a new one once the January sets come out and I get my hands on some of those, because I want to add like some of those figures to my collection too. If I were to make like a figure collection video right now, it will be outdated in a couple of weeks. So my goal is to make one after I get some of the January sets, which should be coming out very soon, very soon. So that video will be out soon enough. Don't you worry. As I take a sip of my water. Will film is more for older kids, Wild Brain is more for younger kids, I feel like. I guess you could kind of say that. I mean, I kind of feel the same way. I think the Wild Brain seasons do a better job at appealing to Ninjago's core age group. The Will film seasons felt like they were aging along with the fan base, which I did appreciate. But as I said earlier, it doesn't mean that the Wild Brain seasons, don't have good things about them. They totally do. They totally have things that attract older audience members like myself. So I don't think they're that bad, They're definitely a lot more cartoonish and kiddish, dare I say, than some of the earlier seasons, but, it is what it is. Weapons tier list, that could be interesting. Maybe doing, like, the collectibles every single season, like, comparing and contrasting all the different collectibles. That'd be nice. Favorite Serpentine tribe? Probably the Anacondri, also the Hypnobri, they're pretty cool. I feel like the Anacondri had a lot more going on though than the Hypnobri. If you pick up what I'm putting down there, they have a lot going on. A lot more focus. Let's see. Do I have any guesses from the information we have to guess which ninja will be the focus? Focus of the next season. I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of information about the next season, aside from like fan theories and stuff. And considering what we learned from Seabound and how Seabound kind of left things with Nia's departure and Jay feeling upset and whatnot, I think there's a very high chance that Jay could be the focus ninja, or Kai. Fingers crossed that Kai actually has something to do next season. That'd be nice. Probably Jay or Kai. I'm gonna make that prediction. Or alternatively, maybe the season just doesn't have a focus ninja, because we have some of those sometimes too. Sometimes seasons just don't have a single focus character, which is okay at the end of the day, obviously. Do I think the Hands of Time will be the Vengestone buyers? It would make sense as their powers were taken away, so maybe they want revenge. Yeah, that could make sense. Maybe they're getting Vengestone to try to take away the ninja's powers. And, it's like, oh, see how it feels type of thing, I'm going to do to you what you guys did to me. I think that could very well work out at the end of the day. If they want to bring back a Chronix and Crux in some way, I think that would be the way to do it. Will they be the Vengestone buyer, though? It's hard to say. At this point, it could realistically be anybody, but I think that is a fair guess to make. That is a fair prediction, because they actually have some type of motivation to be collecting Vengestone. They have a grudge against the ninja. It makes sense. We don't really know what happened to them in the current timeline, so yeah, it could very well make sense. Time Twins team up with Nauticon, that'd be cool. That'd be an interesting team up. I wonder how that would work out. I wonder if they would actually team up, or if there would be some infighting going on. Thank you, Isaac Inspired, for the subscription as well. My money's still on Waffle. Yeah, Waffle's the Vengestone buyer. I'd believe it. Let's see. What else do we get here? If I could have a combination of two powers, what powers would I choose? Actually, when you think about it, I think that ice and water would work out very well together. Essentially, they're like the same power, except one's frozen, one's not. Imagine the combos that you can do with that. Like, you could, drench somebody with water, freeze them. You could, it'd be interesting to see those two powers. And we've actually seen Zane and Nia use their powers together in the show, too. They're kind of partnered up on a lot of occasions. So I think that could work out, seeing ice and water combined more. Thank you, Zucchini Bread Brick Films, for the subscription. That's quite the name. But yeah, maybe ice and water. Spider on a Rock is the Vengestone buyer. Fingers crossed. Waffle will chew on the ninja. Yeah, she has a habit of chewing on Lego sets and figures and whatnot. That's why I keep everything up super high on my shelves. Waffle doesn't climb the shelves, thank goodness. She doesn't climb up my bookcases and my shelves and whatnot. Because if she were to do that, we would have kind of a problem. Fire and lightning could work out too. That'd be interesting. Maybe even fire and earth, because they're kind of similar, with like the magma properties, or a volcano kind of has properties of both fire and earth. That could work. That could make sense. Do I like Lloyd's reveal as the Green Ninja? I think it works. I think it is surprising to an extent. I mean, a lot of people kind of saw it coming. I think it was spoiled a long ways before the actual episode aired, where it was revealed that Lloyd was, the Green Ninja. But as reveals go, I think that one was pretty cool. The ninja kind of realized along with the audience what Kai's talking about, and they're like, oh snap, Lloyd's the Green Ninja. And, sure enough, Lloyd was the Green Ninja. I think it works. Season 4 background, you got it. Tournament of Elements. There we go. Am I going to watch Spider-Man No Way Home? Yes, indeed, I am. I have tickets for a Thursday showing as well as a Sunday showing. And I was just talking to my family yesterday, and during Christmas time, they want to see it too, so I'm going to be seeing it for a third time. And I was talking to one of my friends, and they were like, yeah, I want to see it too, so I'm going to see it a fourth time. I'm going to see that movie a whole bunch of times. Will it beat my record for Endgame, though? Endgame is the movie that I've seen the most in the theaters. I saw that a total of 5 times. Maybe I should try to work to let Spider-Man beat Endgame. Depends on how good the Spider-Man movie is and how much I like it. But I'm already committed to like 4 different showings, so hopefully it's good. Otherwise, I'm going to be wasting time and wasting money. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. 4 times. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, I've already committed to 4 different showings, so fingers crossed it's good. Favorite parts of season 11? Let's see. I really like the ice chapter. I like Zane as the Ice Emperor. I think that works out really well. Kind of mysterious, but then again, that identity reveal was kind of obvious, I suppose. With that being said, I also enjoy, in the fire chapter, I like some of the flashback sequences that we saw with Wu, Garmadon, and Asphira. I think that works out real well. Asphira as a villain isn't great in my opinion, but as villains go, she's kind of weak, but the flashbacks were nice. I think season 11 has a good way of telling a story. Execution-wise, in the modern day, maybe they need to work on some stuff. But, there are some things about season 11 that I enjoy. So, it's not all bad by any means. Heard it's really good. Yeah, me too. So, I'm excited to watch it. The new Spooderman movie. The new Spoderman. Whatever you want to call it. Spinjitzu battles in the fire chapter. Yeah, that's pretty cool, especially with Forbidden Spinjitzu. I remember watching it the first time during their battle with Asphira, where all of the ninja kind of use Forbidden Spinjitzu, aside from, Kai and Nia, for obvious reasons. I remember being super excited during that battle. As soon as, Lloyd dropped the spear and Jay picked it up and flew into battle, I thought that was really cool. Season 11 also has fantastic animation. I think Wildbrain does a really good job at providing fluid motions for the ninja. Even the fight scenes are spectacular looking. It's really cool, all things considered. Will film or Wildbrain poll, please? Sure, let's try that. Very simple, very much to the point. Let's see. Favorite animation studio for Ninjago? Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu. What's a Ninjago? I have no idea what this is, says Grandma with the Christmas list, trying to find Ninjago sets in the local Target. Will film or Wildbrain? You guys ever have that happen where you try to tell someone about Ninjago and they go to the store to find something Ninjago related? They're like, what's a Ninjago? I don't know what that is. Let's do that. Favorite favorite animation studio for Ninjago. We got Will Film and we got Wildbrain. Feel free to vote. You could take a lot of things into account here with your choice here, but just pick your favorite. Which one do you think did Ninjago better? Feel free to let me know. I think they both have their perks, obviously. They both have their ups and their downs. So, it is what it is. The Ninjagos. Yeah, I remember that from the Lego movie, the bonus features, where the guy is like, hey, Emmett, your movie was cool, but what if it had ninjas in it? Then it would be even cooler, right? Everyone loves ninjas. Kids love ninjas. Those fruit-colored ninjas. What fruit is black? Blackberry, obviously. Favorite My Hero quirk? My Hero's got a lot of different powers, a lot of really cool powers. I kind of really like Black Whip, honestly. One of Deku's quirks. I think Black Whip is pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Spider-Man. And also, if you read the manga, not going to spoil anything, but Deku, acquires some other powers down the line, and a lot of those kind of remind me of Spider-Man too. So, a lot of Deku's quirks are really cool, I will say. Especially Black Whip. Might be one of my favorites. Gonna drive to the theater to see No Way Home because I recently got my driver's license this month. Nice. Nicely done. Congratulations. Yeah. Hopefully there's not a lot of snow where you live. Driving in the snow is not fun. That's what I'm looking forward to on Thursday, driving in the snow. I actually looked at the weather, though, for Thursday when I'm going to go see it, and it seems to be pretty clear. It's going to be really warm the day before and very cloudy the next day with no snow, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. So fingers crossed it's going to be good weather for driving because I got to do that too. So unfortunately, and my car does not have four-wheel drive, so we'll see. Thoughts on Evo? It's a cool concept. The Evo sets, or like the Ninjago Core series is what they're calling it. That's what I've heard being tossed around for a name. I like it overall. Has some issues, could definitely be better, but all in all, I get what they're trying to do for Ninjago. I understand what's going on, and I don't mind some of the sets. Some of the sets I definitely will not be grabbing, but most of the sets, they're okay. They look promising. So I think it's kind of an unpopular opinion in the community, but I think most of those sets are pretty cool looking, not going to lie. It doesn't snow much, have to worry about the ice. Yep, I feel that. Thanks, Zane. Excellent. Let's hope Zane doesn't ruin your drive time. Yeah, exactly. I'm planning on leaving like an hour early just to be safe. I mean, the theater is only maybe like a 10-minute drive away from my house, but yeah, I'm going to be leaving a little bit early just in case the weather's bad. I don't mind sitting in the parking lot for like a half hour if need be. I just want to get there on time to see the movie, Actually talking to my dad last night. I think I'm looking forward to this movie a lot more than any other Marvel movie or even, Marvel anything this year. The MCU this year hasn't had a whole lot of like super strong stuff, has it? I mean, Black Widow was kind of mediocre in my opinion. WandaVision got really bad towards the end, not gonna lie. Heading there 2 hours early, it's like a 5-minute drive. Awesome. So I don't feel too bad about, going a little early then. That's cool. I'm glad to see that other people are doing a similar thing. Season 6 pictures? Sure. There we go. Gonna see it 4 times. If you make it late, won't it be fine? For the other couple of times, yeah, I'd say being late wouldn't be that big of a deal. The first time, though, I want to get there as soon as possible. Or I want to have as much time as possible to, try to relax before the movie starts. I don't want to like rush in the theater and take my seat as soon as the movie's starting. I like to have some time to just kind of sit and get used to the theater, before I see a movie. I feel like it's kind of been downhill since Endgame. That's a fair comparison, or that's a fair opinion to have. I've seen a lot of people share that same opinion. In a way, I do too. Yeah, what other movies even came out this year for Marvel? Shang-Chi was pretty cool. I liked that one. Eternals I liked, but not that much. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 in my review. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. That's all I can say. I think Spider-Man's gonna absolutely rock the theater and the box office. We'll just have to wait and see. Do I think Skylar could emulate Master Wu's powers? Maybe. I mean, she didn't really have a handle on Garmadon's powers, so maybe Master Wu's would be a little too powerful for her to copy. It would kind of be similar to Golden Power. It's been said that Skylar would not be able to copy Golden Power, and she would just kind of explode, which is probably not good. I don't want to see Skylar blow up. That's interesting, though. I kind of wonder, could she be able to copy Wu's? I mean, Garmadon was, like, super strong when she tried to copy his power. So, I don't know, maybe she'd have an easier time copying Wu's. What do you guys think about that? How are we doing on the poll right here? It seems like Will Film is winning, but only at 60%. Wild Brain has a solid 40% going as well. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Not gonna lie there. What do I think of Fall of Cybertron? Oh, the Transformers game? I love that game. One of my favorite games of all time. I remember playing it a lot back in the day on 360. I used to play online all the time on there. That easily some of the best multiplayer that I've ever seen in any game. I really liked it. Nowadays, I have the game on my PlayStation 4 and I guess now PlayStation 5. I played through it a couple more times. The story is awesome. Online, though, there's like no one playing, which is kind of a shame. Because I still hop on there every now and then, but didn't they shut it down recently? I thought they closed it down. Kind of a shame. But yeah, if you guys haven't played Transformers Fall of Cybertron, maybe try to play it at some point. It's really fun, especially if you're a Transformers fan. Vengestone Buyer. Who do I think is the Vengestone Buyer? Could be anybody. I'm willing to bet that it's probably going to be a new character, you know? So that's my best bet. Server shut down 2020. Yeah, I thought so. Really, really kind of disappointing. I missed that game a lot, especially online. What is Ghost Cole's spirit animal? A cat because they hate water. I mean, maybe that could work out. Isn't Cole's animal symbol's like a gorilla, right? So if he was a ghost, would he just have like a ghost gorilla as his spirit animal? Stuff that gets you thinking, you know? If the ninja were to switch powers with one of their brothers or sisters, which would it be and why? Or if any ninja were to do that. Like I said in other streams, I think Kai and Nia, it'd be awesome to see their powers swapped. That'd be cool. You know, have like fire and water switched around. Kai having water, Nia having fire. That'd be cool. We've seen a lot of like Nia having fire in like the earlier days of Ninjago with like the Spinjitzu game and whatnot, because water was not established yet to be an element. So, you know, we've kind of seen what that might look like, but we've never really seen Kai with water. Could be interesting to see. Maybe Ninjago will do that one day. Fingers crossed. Let's see. On the topic of Skylar, does she permanently keep the powers she copies? I don't think so. Wasn't it confirmed that she only can hold them for a certain amount of time? Because if she could keep the power, that's pretty overpowered. Maybe it's like something like every time she copies a new power, the old one gets erased or something. If you guys have a solid answer on that, feel free to let me know in the chat. Because I can't remember what was said about that. Zane gives Echo ice and gains being rusty. Yes, the elemental power of being rusty. Genius. Perfect. Season 13 pictures? Sure. Master of the Mountain. Time limit, I think. That's what I thought too. I think there's like a certain amount of time that she can harness the power. So. Wears off as a nerf maybe. I mean, yeah, that would make sense. It'd be kind of overpowered if she can, like, you know, keep on stocking up powers, and eventually if she touches every elemental master, would she be able to harness every power? Theoretically. Tommy confirmed that she could only wield them for a certain amount of time. Okay, cool. Yeah, a certain amount of time. There you guys have it. What fruit is white? What fruit is white? Are there any white fruits? I mean, some bananas get pretty white looking. I've seen white bananas in my day. It's a good question. If you guys have a white fruit out there, feel free to drop it in the chat. Who's the strongest ninja in my opinion? Physically stronger or physically strongest? Probably Cole, but elemental power wise, probably Lloyd. Coconut? Oh, sure. Are coconuts a fruit though? I don't remember what school taught me. Are coconuts a fruit? Cannot recall. There's got to be white fruits out there somewhere, right? Poison berries? I don't know. I don't know about that. Is coconut a fruit? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I have no idea. I don't remember what school taught me. Dragon fruit is white on the inside. Fair enough. Cole's the strongest ninja. Yeah, probably in terms of like physical strength, but Lloyd is probably the most powerful in terms of like elemental powers and whatnot. Inside of a dragon fruit. Can we discuss for a minute just how cool of a name dragon fruit is? That fruit's got like the best name by far. Which state do I live in? I live right now in the middle of Wisconsin, but I'm originally from the upper peninsula of Michigan, which I hope to return to one day. I kind of like it up there. The only bad part about living up there is the amount of snow that you get during the winter, because if you think it's bad here, oh my goodness, up there it's even more hectic and powerful, and you know, every time it snows. But you know, the falls, the springs, even the summers up there, beautiful. Love it up there. Japan has white strawberries. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. About to watch Prime Empire again. I think it's top 5 seasons on rewatch. I kind of want to rewatch Prime Empire as well. My goal for my 2-week break from school is to kind of rewatch some more Ninjago, specifically the Wild Brain seasons. I'm curious to see what I'm going to think about Prime Empire after I rewatch it. Truth be told, I don't remember a whole lot about this season. I know what goes down, obviously, but yeah, I'm kind of itching for a rewatch as well. The only bad part about Michigan is Detroit. Yeah, I've never been. Upper Michigan, thankfully, is separated a lot from Lower Michigan, and I don't really associate those two parts with each other, even though it's technically the same state. I don't associate with like Lower Michigan and stuff like that. Upper Michigan's where it's at. Have I traveled much? Do I enjoy living in the U.S., live in New Zealand? I've only traveled around the country. I've never been outside of the country, never been outside of the U.S., but I've been to every corner of the country. I've been to L.A., New York, New Orleans. I've been all over the place. So I like to think I've traveled a lot like inside my country, but never outside. My goal one day is to visit Japan, though. Hopefully one day I can actually make that a reality. That'd be nice. Coconuts are fruit. Source Google. Awesome. Have I tried pina colada? I think so, but I can't remember exactly what that tastes like. I think I've tried that though at one point. Can't say for sure though. Definitely not recently. Have I traveled to Mexico? I have not, but I think I would enjoy it if I ever were to, travel to Mexico. I think I'd appreciate that vacation. Everyone going to Japan for the anime. I think it'd be fun to go to Japan around Halloween time because they go all out over there. Especially if you guys are a fan of Halloween. Check out what Japan does for Halloween time. It's crazy. Excuse me as I take a sip. I also have a bottle of Mountain Dew here for some reason. Running on empty last night. Needed some caffeine. Let's go ahead and end off the poll for the favorite animation studio. It's been about 12 minutes. Will Film won with 59% of the votes. Congratulations, Will Film fans. But Wild Brain actually came in a close second. 40% of the votes. Not too shabby there with a total of 118 votes. Excellent. Do I prefer living in apartments, buildings, or a regular house? Right now I have an apartment, but I have obviously lived in houses before. I prefer a house, obviously. One day I would like to own my own house. Right now I just have an apartment, which is, pretty standard for early 20s broke college student that does Ninjago videos for a living. But one day I would like to get a house somewhere. That'd be nice. YouTube always forgets the 1%. Yeah, those percentages don't add up to 100. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks for that. Excellent. Do I think Skylar can copy powers from dragons? I mean, that could be possible, especially some of the dragons in the first realm, which are confirmed to have powers of their own. Maybe. What does the amber dragon do? Is there an amber dragon? Does it just kind of absorb powers the same way? Kind of curious to think about that. Favorite season? Season 4. Yeah, houses are a bit better for sure. Right now, though, I'm not in the position to purchase a house as much as I'd like to be. So the apartment, it's good enough. At least I have a roof over my head at the end of the day. That's awesome. Season 8 picks, sure. Sons of Garmadon. What will happen to Cole's voice? He got recast for the next year of Ninjago. He's now going to be played by Andrew Francis, who has voiced Moro before in the Ninjago series. So, good stuff. I don't mind that casting choice. It's actually going to be pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, that's what's happening to Cole's voice. He's just being recast, which I figured they were going to do. Makes sense to me, and I don't mind who they got to play Cole now. Definitely a good choice for me. What do you think would happen if Lloyd never became the Green Ninja? Would he still be a bad guy in the modern seasons? I think that could be interesting to explore. If somebody like Kai were to become the Green Ninja and say, for example, Lloyd has always been destined for goodness, maybe he could be the new Fire Ninja or something. Maybe they would just swap powers in the modern day. There's a universe out there somewhere where Lloyd never became the Green Ninja, and I wonder what he's doing in that Ninjago series, in that alternate universe, in that alternate dimension. I can't imagine what snow is like. Yeah, snow it's kind of cute when it starts off, but then it eventually just starts to get nightmarish and, very cold. There's a lot of it. It's fun at first, but eventually you just kind of wish that it would all go away. Let's see. What else you guys got for me? Poll idea. Worst quality of Day of the Departed. Dialogue, villains, voices, storylines. Yeah, we could maybe do that. What's the least favorite part, or what's your least favorite part of Day of the Departed? I know a lot of people don't like Day of the Departed all that much, but a lot of people also really like it. So, Why don't we do like worst part of Day of the Departed, and then we'll just add some stuff. Story, villains. I'm gonna say / motivations, because some of the motivations are absolutely trash, dare I say. What else? Dialogue. Yeah, dialogue really sucks. Really sucks in Day of the Departed. My favorite line comes from Master Yang, where he's like, I got my own thing going on, so work it out. Wow, great line there, guys. How'd you come up with that one? Story, villains, motivations, dialogue, and what else should we say? Sure, I'll say the voice acting. Whatever. There we go. And if it's something that's not on the list, feel free to drop it in the chat as well. Worst part of Day of the Departed. What was my favorite character besides the main ninja? I really like Garmadon. He's awesome. Obviously, Skylar's cool. You guys know that. I've started to get a little bit of a soft spot for Maya, from Seabound. She's pretty cool. Kai and Nia's mom. She's a good character, all things considered, We talk about her a lot on these streams, but she deserves it. She's a good character. If the plot was stronger, it'd be good. Yeah, I think Day of the Departed, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Brilliant concept. Day of the Departed just nailed, like, the actual concept of all the villains coming back. Unfortunately, execution, it's not good. They had a brilliant idea, but decided to do nothing with it. It really sucks, in my opinion. Obviously, just my opinion. Would have been better if it were longer. Yeah, as a full season, it would have been, more tolerable, I think. It probably would have made more sense. Day of the Departed remake, would I watch it? If they did it right this time, yeah, I'd watch it. Maybe they could redo it again with some of the more modern villains, like, some of the ones that are dead, like Kalmar. What other modern villains are dead? Harumi, you could do, bring her back for a little bit. That would make Harumi fans happy. Iron Baron, I don't think he died, but if you wanted to say that he died to bring him back in, like, the new Day of the Departed, I'd say go for it. The Omega might have died during season 10, who knows? Esphira is locked up in prison somewhere, so she probably wouldn't count. You could probably do it in, like, the modern day. So that work it out sounds like an angry boss or a mom. That's a good way of describing it. I feel like with Master Yang in Day of the Departed, his role is more like just the mom of the villains, and the villains are all just the kids that don't know any better, just trying to do their own thing. Fugitive, not dead, TBH. Yeah. You could probably kill off a bunch of villains, though, and just bring them back for, like, a new Day of the Departed. Again, I don't know if they're going to do that, but I'm just saying the option is there that you guys, they could do that if they wanted to at some point. So, who's the most underrated / underappreciated ninja in my opinion? That's kind of a hard question to answer, because I feel like all of the ninja have their fans, especially, I would say Nia before. But Nia recently got, like, her full-on season, so I feel like a lot of people really enjoy Nia's character nowadays. Maybe Kai, because he doesn't have that much going on, and that's basically what people know about Kai right now. It's like, oh, what do you like about Kai? I don't know, I like how he hasn't had something to do in, like, 4 years. I think Kai is kind of underappreciated, all things considered, but as I said, all of the ninja have their fans, so... Do I like the old haircuts or the new ones? I think the new hair does a lot more for the ninja than the old hair does, especially in the case of, like, Kai or, Jay or Cole. I think their new hair pieces are definitely better. I like Kai's new haircut. I like it a lot better than the older one, that's for sure. Kai used to be the mascot of Ninjago. Yeah, it kind of sucks to see him nowadays just, fade off into the background. Rest in peace. Kai's neglected. Yeah, he's kind of like the neglected child of the ninja. Not gonna lie. Hot take, Nia had more development in Season 5 than Season 15. That is certainly a hot take. I think Season 5 did Nia really well too, because of, like, that's the season where she unlocked her power, started training as a ninja. She came a long way from, like, the beginning of Season 5 all the way to the very end. I could see how one would say that. That's a fair statement to make, I feel. Poor Kai. Yes, middle child Kai. That's very accurate. You have no idea. In a way, he kind of is the middle child. I mean, he wasn't the first ninja recruited, and he's not the last. He is kind of the middle child. How about that? He is the middle child. Did I notice that Jay's hair color changed? Used to be a light brown, but now it's dark brown. Yeah, it got a little darker after the redesigns. That is true. That is true. I kind of prefer the darker design, though. I never really was a fan of, like, the bright red hair on Jay. Not gonna lie. Hunted background? Sure. Season 9, Ninjago. Hunted. Let's see. How is it that no matter what they do, the ninja's hair never moves? That's one of the perks of having plastic hair. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad, you know? Imagine if that was real life. You could just pop off your hair and, you know, just put a new hairpiece on. In a way, that's kind of what wigs are, but, you know, what if that was just the default? Some of the benefits of having plastic hair. I like how the Ninjago movie kind of toyed with that idea. In a lot of frames, you kind of see the ninja swapping around hair pieces to give the effect of, like, the moving hair. It's kind of awesome. The Ninjago movie is very, very underrated. Feel free to watch it if you have not yet. It is worth it. At the end of the day, it is worth it. Speaking of which, what if Ninjago is animated like the Ninjago movie? I think that would be very beneficial. The Ninjago TV show models have a lot of flexibility, though, that a normal minifigure does not have. But then again, the Ninjago movie didn't really rely on, like, the physics of the actual Lego minifigure as it comes, you know? So, not sure if that would be an issue. I like the animation that Ninjago has currently. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. How are we doing on the poll up here? Villains and Motivation is currently winning, but Story is right behind, 33 and 34% respectively. Dialogue has 25% and voice acting has 8%. I'd say out of all of these things, I don't know. To me, it's a tie between Villains and Motivations or Dialogue. I think the story is pretty cool in terms of, like, a concept, you know, but as execution goes, as mentioned earlier, it's not that great. We have a $4.99 donation from Jose. Thank you very much, Jose. Good to see you. $4.99. Which mask do you prefer? The Mask of Hatred from Ninjago or the green mask? The one that...
Pizza Time.
Pizza Time. The one that Jim Carrey wore in the 1994 film, The Mask. I'd say The Mask of Hatred is cooler. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. I kind of tried to push that movie out of my memory. It's not a good movie, in my opinion. Jim Carrey is very hit or miss, I'm going to be honest. I do like him in the Sonic movies, though. He looks awesome in the new one. I'm excited that he's coming back. That's the reason why I'm going to watch that movie right there. For him and Idris Elba, because both of those guys are wonderful. Especially in Sonic the Hedgehog. The Ninjago movie is better than Day of the Departed. Oh yeah, I agree. That's easily my opinion in a nutshell right there. I would rather watch the movie than Day of the Departed. Is Dareth spying on you? I would hope not. That would be very creepy. That would be a reason to phone the local police. What would I say if the Iron Baron came back? I mean, I hope that they would do him better than how he was portrayed in Season 9. I'm all for villains coming back, especially some of the weaker ones, because you have a chance to rebuild them, make them better than what they were before. I think that Asphira should come back at some point too and try again, maybe get a second chance. Same deal with Iron Baron. If he turns out to be the same guy, and if they, you know, don't care as much as they didn't care during Season 9, then I would have some issue with it. Just kind of depends on how they handle the characters. I'm all for, you know, older villains coming back if they are done better or, you know, just as good as they were before in some cases. Hot take, Season 13 isn't a good season. Yeah, that is kind of a hot take. A lot of people love Season 13, but I can tell why some people don't like it. You know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. She'll just want revenge again. I hope not. If she comes back and all she can talk about is revenge, then they learned nothing from Season 11, did they? Do I think Moro will return? Probably not, but if he were to return, I wouldn't complain. His story's kind of done, though, so I don't think he's going to come back anytime soon. Thoughts on Seabound? Pretty good season. A lot of really cool moments in Ninjago Seabound. I thought it was one of Ninjago's better seasons in recent memory. Not perfect. I have some minor complaints, but overall, Seabound was a pretty good season, I will say. Season 12 pictures? Sure. Prime Empire. Pixel needs an elemental power. Maybe they could give her, like, wind or something. That'd be cool, right? I just want Pixel to have some type of I don't know if she needs a power though. Now that I'm thinking about it, she's kind of fine right now as Samurai X, as the powerless Samurai X. Not everybody needs an elemental power, though. I do think if they were to give Pixel, something like wind, I don't think that would be too bad. I can get behind that, but I don't think it's necessary. Just my opinion, obviously. Who would win, Kai or Nia? I mean, right now, probably Nia. As they are right now, I'd say Nia would probably win if Kai and her were to, fight for real. Pixel equals underrated. Pixel needs more of an influence on the show. Yeah, I'd like to see more Pixel. I'm glad she's actually getting a new minifigure in these new sets, though. That's awesome. That was very unexpected, and I'm very, very happy that Pixel's getting a new updated figure. It's been a long time since we got a Pixel. Nice to see her again in the show, that's for sure. Rewatched Seabound 4 times this past month. Nice. Wish I had the time to do that. That'd be nice. Water beats fire. Yeah, another reason why Nia would probably win. Could probably drench Kai's fire. Why did Kalmar want to flood Ninjago City when at least 80% of the realm is underwater? It needs to be 100% underwater. Or else what's the point, right? I kind of like how he flooded Ninjago City, though. He probably had like one of the most destructive invasions across all of Ninjago's history, at least related to Ninjago City. I mean, think about it. If the entire city were to flood, a lot of livelihoods would be ruined. A lot of businesses would be destroyed. A lot of lives would probably be lost in the process for people that, couldn't swim or stuff like that. It's kind of dark when you think about it. It's kind of tragic. It reminds me a lot of the Great Devourer's attack on Ninjago City and what happened with Harumi. Not everybody made it out okay. I can imagine it's something very similar happened during Seabound when Ninjago City got flooded. Not great. Not great. Asphira says revenge 9 times and treacherous deceiver 13 times. Did you actually count that? Because if so, that's pretty cool. Like, I would love to see like a solid count of how many times Asphira says revenge. Finally finished season 15. Thought it was good. How about you? Yeah, I thought it was good too. Very, very solid season in my opinion. Only some minor nitpicks and minor complaints. Really like Kalmar's theme. If you don't know what it is, it plays during the end credits of Long Live the King. I'm going to have to check that out again. I can't recall what that sounds like. So, I'll probably check that out after the stream, actually. Wrote the chapter to an unfinished fanfiction where Kai's son is taken to the first realm and he becomes friends with a fire dragon. What do I think? That's pretty sweet. That's a good way of doing that, I guess. It's a nice way to, merge Ninjago with another realm. I think that's a really cute idea. I think that sounds fun. I'd love to see the ninjas' children eventually in the show. That'd be so cool to see like the next generation of ninja. Fingers crossed that's how Ninjago ends, because then you could leave the door open and do like a whole other Ninjago storyline with new characters. That sounds awesome. Someone made a video of season 11, but only when Asphira says revenge. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out too. That's really cool. I like videos like that. They're fun to watch. Is season 6 underrated or overrated? I think season 6 gets a lot of love. I think the biggest issue for a lot of people is the ending, which I do feel like is kind of underrated. But all in all, the season as a whole, it gets the amount of love that it deserves. It's a fine season. I wouldn't consider it underrated or overrated. How much longer do I think Ninjago will be on? Hopefully for a long time. I mean, it just kind of depends on how many ideas they have and how long they want to take the show. It is one of LEGO's evergreen themes at this point, so even if the show stops running, I think the sets are still going to be, releasing for a lot of more years to come. I think the Ninjago sets are just kind of commonplace in the LEGO scene nowadays. I just want there to be like a solid ending. That's all I hope for. I don't care when they end Ninjago. Just give it a solid ending. Fingers crossed for that. How are we doing on the Day of the Departed poll? Let's end this off. Villains and Motivations won the poll. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the storyline came in second, followed by dialogue, and followed by voice acting. I think dialogue and motivations for the villains are very much bad parts about Day of the Departed. But that was fun. 112 votes on that. How about that? 6th best selling theme, apparently. I'd believe it. Ninjago's very popular. So I imagine the sets are going to be going on for a lot more years to come. How the show will fare in that endeavor, we have no idea just yet. We know we're going to be getting more seasons for at least next year, so that's good. What else do you guys got for me? Favorite whip? Shintaro Dungeon Whip. That one is awesome, in my opinion. I think it's amazing. Who do I think would have kids first? Out of all of the ninja, honestly, I think it'd be kind of cool if Zane and Pixel were the first one to have like a child. They could easily like build it or something. It's like, oh, Zane's like, this is my son. He's just like me, except I built him small. You know, he's never gonna grow. He's never gonna age. But there you go. I built him. He's very small. Enjoy. I think that could be fun. Like, what would Zane and Pixel's kid look like? They'd probably just build it, right? It's like the film Robots that came out in the mid 2000s. It's gonna be exactly like that. They just build it, you know? That's how robots have children. They just build it. Build it like they would a Lego set. Bada bing, bada boom. Like Zane, but small. Yes, exactly. Small Zane. Working on a stop motion series that focuses on their children. That's cool. Yeah, I want to see something like that in the actual show. That'd be awesome. When will Lloyd get a girlfriend already? Maybe if Akita comes back, maybe they could have something there. I think Lloyd and Akita would work out, honestly, if they were to try to make something work between the two. I've also said in the past that I feel like if Harumi would not have been crushed by a building, maybe she and Lloyd could have worked it out and had something going on. I think that would very much have worked out, but the best we have right now is Akita, and I am okay with that. I think Akita and Lloyd are very cute together. Make it happen, Lego. Make us proud. Not bring back Harumi. It's alright. Why are people complaining about Rebooted having 2 little episodes? Wild Brain episodes are 11 minutes and had 16 episodes. So that means if they had 22 minutes like Will Film, they'd have 8 episodes. Yeah, if you do the math, Rebooted and some of the Wild Brain seasons are the same length. But I don't know, people just like to complain about episode numbers, I guess, how many episodes per season there are. I think Rebooted's fine, only having 8 episodes. I am okay with that. It tells the story that it wants to tell in 8 episodes. Why stretch it out? Why expand it? I think it's perfectly fine. A lot of people seem to hate on Rebooted nowadays. I don't think Rebooted is all that bad. Season 3 is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't really have too much to say other than that. So, Tommy said not to expect her to return because the Never Realm is too hard to return to. That is true. It might be a pain to go back to the Never Realm, but I don't know. I'd love to see Akita come back. She's cute. She's a cool character. I like her relationship with Lloyd. I like her powers. I think that she would work if she were to return one day. Fingers crossed we'll see her. Fingers crossed indeed. With only a couple of minutes left in the stream, though, guys, why don't we switch things over to rapid fire questions? Anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two. Gonna answer as many questions as possible. That'll be a pretty good way to end off the stream for today. We're almost done already. Feels like it went by very quick, but we are almost done already. How many times have I seen Ninjago? The earlier seasons I've seen a whole lot of times. The newer seasons, not too much. I definitely need to rewatch them at some point. Favorite ninja? Cole. Cole is my favorite ninja. Will Cole see Yang again? Hopefully not, because Master Yang is not a very good villain. Season 3 pictures? Sure. We can jump to Season 3 for a little bit. Do I like The Lion King? The original? Yeah. The live-action remake I have never seen. You ship Lloyd Kita? Lokita? Me too. How old is Ninjago? Ninjago as a series is going to be turning, 11 in January? Ninjago the Land, not sure how old it is. Probably thousands of years old or something. Who's to say? Where can you watch Day of the Departed? You might be able to find it using the link in the description. It'll bring you over to a Google Drive with all of the episodes on it. If it's not there, then I'm not sure where you can watch it. I think you can find it on Amazon, but I think you have to pay for it to watch it. What would happen if Master Wu dies? Then the series would probably take a darker turn. I think that'd be very interesting to explore one day. Maybe have Master Wu get killed off. Ninjago Twitter or Reddit? I'd say Ninjago Reddit because I don't know a whole lot about Reddit, honestly. I'm more experienced with the Ninjago Twitter community, and I think it's very toxic. So I'd probably go with Ninjago Reddit. Not gonna lie, I know less about it, and sometimes less is more, especially in this scenario. Yeah, just my thoughts on that really quick. Least favorite ninja right now, probably Kai. I'd say Kai is my least favorite at the moment. Doesn't mean he's a bad character. Just happens to be my least favorite at the end of the day. Will Pythor come back? Maybe he can be the Venge Buyer. I'd like to see him back at some point. Favorite fruit? Favorite food? Probably spaghetti. Swaghetti. I enjoy a good plate of spaghetti every now and then. Season 5 is my favorite season. How do we feel about it, and how could it have been improved? I think season 5 is pretty good. I'd say in terms of like improvements, maybe the other ghost characters could have been better written. I mean, some of the ghosts, aside from Moro, obviously, are kind of painful to watch and kind of painful to experience. So maybe they could have improved on the ghosts. But overall, yeah, season 5 is pretty good. Favorite type of dog? I assume like favorite dog breed. Pugs are pretty cool. I think corgis are awesome. Huskies are cool. Probably one of those three. Shibas. Kevin the Shiba. What would I do if you were related to Ash, the Elemental Master of Smoke? I would hope that I would have some type of smoke power too. That'd be awesome. That sounds like a really cool power to control. Imagine having smoke powers. That'd be awesome, right? If I could have any elemental power aside from the green ninjas, who would it be? Or what would it be? Probably water. Water or ice or lightning. One of those three. I think those are the best elements of the core ninja group. Otherwise, as I've said in previous streams, being the master of mind could be cool too. Kind of like Nero, the current master of the mind. You have a husky. She's so cute. Oh, I'm jealous. I want a husky at some point. See, I like dogs. I just don't have a dog currently. I wish I did, though. I just have, 2 cats. They're cool and all, but, I'd like to have a dog at some point. You'd have speed powers. That's pretty cool, too. 3 pit bulls. That's awesome. My aunt has a pit bull, and she's, the sweetest thing. So, pit bulls are cool. I'm not going to lie. Ranking Lloyd. We will be doing that tomorrow on stream. We're going to be ranking all of the Lloyd minifigures. Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. Let's answer one more big question. I'm going to take a sip of my water, and then I will answer one more question, and then we will end things off today. First heard you say Waffle, thought you had a living Waffle. No, Waffle is my cat, or one of my cats. So, alrighty, let's see. One more question. We gotta end off on a really big one. Really big, strong one. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to find one that we haven't answered before on stream. Trying to find a really unique one, really big one. Let's see. Gosh. It's kind of hard to find a last question. Kind of hard to find one to end on. Let's talk about something that we haven't talked about before on stream. Let's try to get one new question in. One last one. Come on. We can do it. One more last question. You know what? Let's talk about that because that could be kind of fun. Which wire do I think Nia cut? That's a good question to end on. I think we have talked about it before, but for the sake of time, let's just answer that one because I think that's a good one to end on. In terms of which wire Nia cut during the events of Rebooted, when she had to cut a wire, I'm not sure which one she cut, honestly. I'd like to think that she cut Jay's. I'd like to think that she cut the blue wire. Because that'd be sweet, that'd be nice and wholesome. I also like to think that maybe she cut both, and you guys are saying both in the chat too. Yeah, if she cut both, I would not be surprised. But I think it'd be sweet if she cut blues, because Jay's her one and only. Jay's her soulmate. Otherwise, if she did cut both, wouldn't really be too bad about that. Wouldn't really be too upset in that scenario. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap things up today. Thank you so much for tuning into today's stream, and thank you Ninja Boy SM for the subscription at the very last second. This is our streaming schedule really quick. If you guys need a reminder, or in case you guys are new here, we stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. Tomorrow on stream, we are going to be doing the Lloyd minifigure tier list. So if you want to see that go down live, feel free to tune in tomorrow and check that out. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow, same as always. Same time, same place tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will come back for another stream if you enjoyed. Yes, let's get some hugs in the chat. A lot of you guys have been spamming hugs. Totally forgot. Here are some hugs for you guys. There you go. 5 hugs in the chat. Thank you all so much for being a fantastic audience today. Today's stream was really fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's as well, and hopefully you guys are too. In terms of this stream, though, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, thanks a lot for being awesome. Thanks for being a fantastic audience, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.